Hello, welcome to Marjy TV. It is good to see you here today. We're here to talk about mental health. We're going to have a representative from Mental Fitness tell us about this variety show that they're going to be hosting from May 14th through May 28th. Now, you may ask, what is mental health? Well, according to mentalhealth.gov, mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Over the course of your life, if you experience mental health problems, your thinking, mood, and behavior could be affected. Many factors contribute to mental health problems. These factors could be biological, life experiences such as trauma or abuse, family history, or any type of mental health problems. And so, as we're here today to learn about this variety show, which is going to help support mental health, let us sit tight, hang on, and we are going to be bringing mental fitness into the house. Again, thank you for joining us. Hello, viewers. My name is Marjy, and I am your host. I will be speaking with Laurie from Mental Fitness. Hello, Laurie.
Hey, how are you, Marjy?
I am very well, thank you. It is such an honor to have you here this morning. Now, tell us, who is Laurie, and what does she do with Mental Fitness?
Okay. My name's Lori Burney. I am the executive director for Mental Fitness. I started working with Robin Hesse-Farrell, our founder and CEO, who founded Mental Fitness right at 15 years ago. We're celebrating our 15th anniversary this year. And I started working with her in 2019. And just over time, she ended up asking me to work with her and to kind of take over the organization as her other business has begun to thrive. So she's still very engaged in our work. But I started right before COVID hit as the executive director of Mental Fitness. And what we do is we basically provide workshops, resources, different materials and tools that help people reduce stress by building healthy coping skills. And so really, in a nutshell, we work a lot with the schools. We primarily focus on youth because the earlier that we can introduce healthy coping skills, the more likely we're able to provide enough intervention early on for children to develop ways to cope as they enter the teenage years, which we know can be very challenging. So that, in a nutshell, that's basically what we do.
Well, what a wonderful mission that you have. Now, you said this was your 15th anniversary?
Yes.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, is that why you are launching the Bright Lights variety show?
Yes. So we have been primarily based out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. And about 6 to 8 months ago, we started basically a statewide campaign through a partnership with the South Carolina Vocational Rehab Department, where we're working with providing our resources to students with disabilities. And so through that initiative, we've worked in other states. We've been represented in 7 other states over the past 15 years, but we're at a point right now that we're on the cusp of growing nationally. And so we're looking for a way that would honor the legacy of Robin, our founder, who was, she's worked in as an off-Broadway actress. She's always been kind of engaged in theater, which is how mental fitness kind of arrived. She started out as one of the producers of an off-Broadway musical called Normal, the musical. And the whole process of that, putting on that production, the musical is basically about a family that's struggling with mental illness within their family. And a lot of eating disorders and other concerns emerged as they were producing this within the theater community. And then as they started showing the production nationwide, Robin and her team started realizing that there was really a significant need, and that through art and through music and through other types of personal interests, people can really improve their mental health. So a lot of times, regardless, whether it's if you're into theater, if you're into music, if you're a martial artist, if you enjoy writing, whatever your passion is your form of art, can be a way to cope with life. And so with that, she started Normal in schools. And over the past 15 years, we've found that there are ways to prevent mental health disorders by introducing healthy coping skills and teaching children that there are ways that you can focus your energy into something positive that you enjoy. And there are healthy ways to cope. And a lot of children aren't given those opportunities early on because of the mental health stigma. And a lot of families don't know how to handle any type of mental health concerns. So with that said, as we thought about how we could expand nationally and how can we honor the history and the foundation of mental fitness, we came up with this idea, just Robin and I over a phone call, of this variety show and doing something virtually, just in response to COVID, but where we can create a platform for artists to share their experiences and how their performances and how they've engaged in their own personal interests and talents to help cope with life and the different things that they struggle with. So that's kind of the gist of where the variety show came from. We've had a great response. We have several of our performers have performed on The Voice, America's Got Talent. We have someone who was featured on TEDx, the TED Talks, and so it's really a nice show. It's only an hour long. You can buy tickets by just basically making a minimum of a $25 donation to Mental Fitness, and all of the proceeds that we'll receive are going to help us go into other communities. So as people buy tickets, they have an opportunity to share with us where they're located and how we might engage through their schools and through their local youth organizations.
Sounds like a great initiative. You know, your founder, Robin, was actually on our show, Humanity Chats, back in, I think, June of 2020. And
okay,
so
yeah.
we got to know about what she does and her passion. So thank you, and kudos to you for following in her footsteps. Now I see that you guys are having an amazing crew join you. You know, I'm looking at the people on here, and I see an actress from Blackish. I see Ariel Kennedy. Can you tell us a bit more about the people that are performing?
Oh, absolutely. So you mentioned Christina DeRosa, who is on the show Blackish. She and then another guy, Brandon Odoms, he's also known as B Mike, is a famous artist. He does a lot within the African American culture and preserving history and promoting the Black community. Has done some amazing work. They both kick off the show, starting with ways that they deal with their emotions and some of the things that they have struggled with. Christina DeRosa shares a very intimate story about something that she struggled with. And so it's just really nice to be able to see people that we watch on TV, that we see these amazing talents, and to know that they're human and that everyone needs to really be mindful of their mental health and find ways to cope, because we all struggle in different ways. So the show is really an opportunity for you to hear from people like Noah Guthrie, who was on the show Glee. He was also on America's Got Talent, and he's in a band called Good Trouble, an amazing musician. He shares his story. We've got Matthias Pope, who has a great TED Talks video that we'll show, and he's amazing. He does spoken word and is just a very talented man, and he's had his own struggles. So anyway, those are some of the kind of highlights of who we have. But ultimately, what we want to do is really reduce the mental health stigma, and we hope that this is a way that people can just start talking about what's going on, and that when you just sweep everything under the rug, it really makes things harder for you, and it makes it harder for the rest of the community, because if we all feel like we can't share, then we bottle things up, and usually that ends up being really unhealthy. So the more we can advocate for sharing our own personal experiences, the more we can encourage, especially young people, to start sharing their own personal experiences so that we can help them.
Thank you. Thank you for elaborating on that. Viewers, listeners, if you're here, invite your friends, invite your network to watch this performance. It's only an hour and it's by various artists. You can always purchase a ticket at mentalfitnessinc.org/variety-show. You will not regret purchasing a ticket or even making a donation to support this effort. Laurie, now people are going to be watching this from May 14th, which is noon today, through May 28th. Can they watch any time of the day? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. Yes, we've set it up where when you make a donation, you will receive a code to access the show. And so you can watch it as many times as you want. We encourage people to view it, share it. We are using this as a major fundraiser, so any donations would be greatly appreciated. But ultimately, with a $25 donation, you can invite your friends and family over, and y'all can all sit around, pop some popcorn, watch the show, just kind of share your thoughts with us on social media, send us an email, inquire about any ways that we can get involved in your local community. Really what we want to do is just spread the word. So the more people we can get watching the show, the better. And then also any monetary donations are really critical for the work that we do, because we do rely on the donations and the commitments that we have from people within the community. So, but it's available to watch as much as you want through May 28th. We've extended it. Originally, I think we were running it through May 26th, but we decided to give it to Friday, so people could watch it up to Memorial Weekend. But yeah, so if anyone has any questions, they can reach out directly to contact@mentalfitnessinc.org or call 864-437-6718, and we'll be happy to give them some information.
Well, you heard that. You can call for more information, but most importantly, if you're watching, you can see where you'll be able to purchase a ticket online, register to purchase your ticket, or make a donation. And you know what, guys? You can have watch parties. This is an opportunity to watch some of your favorite performers, or some performers that you might not even have heard of. But give it that chance. Support mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. We want to do our best to reduce that stigma, because you know what? Um, we all can battle mental health issues. Every family has somebody who is probably battling a mental health issue. It comes in different forms. It could be that you're depressed. It could be that you are so sad you don't know what to do. Especially after this year of this pandemic, the isolation that people have had to experience. And you know what? Just a minimum donation of $25 will support the mission of mental fitness. Whether you're local in South Carolina, in New York, or if you're in the United Kingdom, you can still make a donation to this cause. All ticket holders will receive a special link with unlimited access to this encouraging and inspiring video collection that promotes mental wellness through a variety of artistic expressions. This is amazing. You know what, Lori? If you had to give any additional information to encourage people to watch this program, what would you say?
Say that one of the beautiful things I found about mental fitness when I started working with Robin is the fact that what we offer, whether you're battling a mental illness or some type of a behavioral or emotional disorder or not, we all need healthy coping skills. And so the way mental fitness is put together is not to provide individual counseling, or we don't necessarily provide mental health services. What we do is we support mental health initiatives. So we work with counselors, we work with mental health professionals and medical professionals and people in the community, and the experts out there, so that lay people like us can help reduce the mental health stigma. Because ultimately, you don't need to have a counseling degree to know how to have healthy coping skills and know how to share those with a child or share those with a friend. So what we do, and just so that the audience understands, is really we are looking for lay people out there to join our efforts. And whether you're a coach or whether you're a teacher, or what we want to do is help reduce the number of people that need counseling, that need treatment centers, and that are, so that we can prevent substance abuse addictions, risky behavior in teens. What we want to do is increase the capacity, because we don't have enough mental health professionals out there to serve the need. So if we have fewer people that are at the point that they need serious mental health assistance, then we're all going to thrive, and our community as a whole is going to just change exponentially. So with that said, I would say that I would want the audience to know that what we offer are what we call the building blocks of mental fitness. They're basic skills, whether it's breathing exercises, mindfulness activities. Just what we help is, on an individual basis, we help people learn what their individual needs are. We all cope in different ways. I'm the mother of two boys who are beautiful, amazing boys, who, if I had asked them to sit down and meditate with me, they would have looked at me like I was crazy. That's not something that would work for them. But I could say, hey, let's go for a run, and they'd be all for it because they're both athletic, they like sports, or I could say, hey, let's go throw the football. Something like that would help distract them from something that might be bothering them. Whereas another child, or like myself, as a female who likes to write, I like to journal, and so what we do is it works whether you're whatever gender, however you relate. It works for everyone. It's just we all have different ways of coping. And so what we want to do is let people know that it's okay. And we go by the slogan of redefining normal, because we've grown up in this society where we think that we have this picture of normal that is so not normal. It is not normal to have this perfect cookie cutter family where everything's perfect all the time. We think that's normal, but really that's so not normal. Most typical families have their own issues because we're human and we're imperfect, and we all come from different situations. And so with that, what we do and what we pride ourselves with mental fitness is provide building blocks that include adaptive and reactive coping skills. And each of them, we have 5 building blocks for reactive skills and 5 building blocks for adaptive skills. And if the community, wherever your local community is, if you're interested in introducing the data-proven resources that we have, we would love to expand into your local community. And whether it's through schools, whether it's through local youth organizations, really just getting some of our resources and materials out there. We have several different products available. We distribute things like our Mental Fitness in a Box, which has a bunch of different materials, but then we also have our Mindset Activity Deck, this is probably one of our go-to pieces, which has different activities. It explains what the building blocks are at the beginning, so that we can provide these. People can buy them individually, or they can sponsor a school or a classroom or a youth group or a Girl Scout troop. It can be really for anyone. So we do have a lot of different resources and materials, and most importantly, we have a series of workshops that we offer, and those are available for parents, teachers, counselors, where we teach mindset development skills. We kind of cater to the needs of the group that we're meeting with. So it includes just learning basic mental fitness. And then also we have a series that's about crisis and response, that if you're working with children, and the majority of them just need basic coping skills, but how do you identify the child that might need additional assistance? So through crisis and response, that's when we bring in our mental health professionals and we say, okay, hey, listen, this goes beyond. These are the signs in how you can identify whether it's an adult or a child, where you can identify, well, there might be something more that this person needs other than just basic healthy coping skills offered through mental fitness. So we offer a lot of educational opportunities and making connections. So we rely on our partner agencies a lot, because they're the ones that we refer to make sure that we're using the right language and that we're engaging people in the appropriate way.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you all heard, we are truly human. And what mental fitness does is they are a support system for you. They collaborate with others, they have partners. And so if you need to be referred to an expert, they will make sure you get to see that expert. But prior to that, they are a support system. Especially in these times, we all need somebody to talk to. And so mental fitness is a place where you can find additional material and resources to how do I say this? Laurie, help me. Additional resources.
just additional resources just to cope with life, just on a daily basis, especially with COVID and people learning what we call our new normal. And we have to adjust and adapt and learn to be resilient. So I would say just to help people just cope on a daily basis with life and the challenges that it brings you.
Yes, coping. We all would love that. Viewers, listeners, you heard this program is going to be amazing. It's the Bright Lights Variety Show, and you don't want to miss it. And so go out there, purchase your tickets, register, make a donation. We will take your donation wherever you are in this world. Right, Lori?
Absolutely. And yeah, we would love to go nationwide and then go worldwide. So absolutely.
And you know what? Follow Mental Fitness on social media. I believe I have the social media handles. Follow them. It's scrolling on the ticker. They're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, and of course, they have a webpage. You can always visit the marjymarj.com blog to learn more about the variety show and to learn more about the people, the performers who are going to be featured. We hope that you are going to support mental fitness. We look forward to the show going live at noon today. Streaming access begins at 12 p.m. EST today. And so stay tight. Or should I say, get in line wherever you are, behind the computer, behind the phone. And guess what? 100% of all proceeds from this event are going to benefit a nonprofit organization. So we're not going to be able to give you a refund, but guess what? We are going to be able to give you a tax receipt. You do get a write-off by watching this show. This is great entertainment for you. And so we hope that you're going to join us. Thank you so much, Lori, for sharing about the Bright Lights Variety Show with us. And thank you for sharing about mental fitness. What an organization that offers support to every human.
Thank you, Marjy. It was great to be here.
Well, viewers, listeners, thank you for joining us. To our podcast listeners, share this with your network. YouTube viewers, you know what to do. And to our Facebook fans, you know what to do. Invite a friend. You can have a watch party. This can be fun. Get your popcorn for the best variety show this May and support mental health fitness. Now, this is your host, Marjy Marj with Marjy TV. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.